This is my first Chef Boyardee video. I get people saying like this, I do this slow carb diet. Slow carb is from a book called The 4-Hour Body by Tim Ferriss. By all means, pick it up. You can Google it. Google's dangerous, as we all know. Wikipedia, all these things, anybody can say anything. So don't take my word for it. Check out the book. If you have questions, I'm always open to try and, because I've done the slow carb diet for over 2 years. So that being said, I have a lot of people say, oh, slow carb, it's so boring, it's so generic, I just love to eat. I love to eat. Now during the week, people say it's boring or it's tasteless. And so this first video that I'm going to do here, I'm going to show you some of the stuff, just one of the things that I do to try and hack the system a little bit. It fits the slow carb perfectly, and it actually fits the more accelerated version of slow carb, where I eat every 3 hours. I eat something like this. I'm gonna take it for granted that you know how to bake chicken. I always pre-make chicken. If you don't, it's put the fucking stove on 400 degrees and bake it for an hour and 10 minutes if you're psychotic like me, or an hour and 20 minutes and you don't want it to be undercooked. I have it cooked up, and you know, I just put it in the little containers. Okay, we have the chicken cooked up here. It's just refrigerated, and for myself, I have to actually weigh this out and get an exact proportion. You shouldn't really have to worry about this. If you're just starting slow carb, you'll be fine. But this is something that I do for the more accelerated version here. So what I'm looking for is somewhere around 4.5 to 5 ounces. For the cooking stuff, you're only going to need really these 4 things. So I got this on full blast. I'm going to spray some of this. You gotta be careful you don't set yourself on fire. I'm going to take the chicken then, and these nasty parts that I don't like, I just throw down and give to Frances. She loves them. She doesn't care. She says give them to me. The best part about breaking it up like this is it looks like it's more than it is maybe. And again, you'd be really surprised at how psychology plays a part in what you're eating. So for instance, if you eat the same amount of food, like as far as what you've got here, but I make up 3 tacos is what we're kind of making here, or if I make up 4 versus just eating all of it in 1 or 2, you're gonna feel like you're eating more. It just psychologically, you think I'm actually eating more. So I've got the chicken going here. I'm gonna throw some cumin on here. Okay. Here's where you have to experiment a little bit, I guess. I'm not giving you a damn recipe that says this is how much. I'm not following a recipe. I'm just going by instincts, I guess. And it's maybe some trial and error for you, but you could see how much I put on there of the chili powder and the cumin. It's gonna be hard to mess this up. So don't get all bent out of shape and thinking, well, how much? How many tablespoons? It doesn't fucking matter how many tablespoons. Just put it in there. Here's where I do what I think is probably bad, but I still see all the results. This stuff is just like got silicone in it or something, I don't know. No, it doesn't seem to, it's probably gonna give me Alzheimer's or something, but I won't remember anyway. This doesn't take long. You're not cooking it right here. You're just, first of all, chicken reheated in the microwave just tastes awful as far as I'm concerned. It's like I can taste cancer in my mouth when I put chicken in the microwave. Nuclear fucking chicken microwave, no thank you. So this is a better way to heat it up if you have to have it heated. Number one. Number two, it's just, we're using it just to cook this stuff on here. And honestly, I could probably even put some of this stuff on beforehand when I bake it. But again, I like to give scraps to Francis, and I'm not gonna put chili powder and cumin and shit in Francis. So, okay, so one thing, again, I like to try and get little burnt parts. This one you can see is a little bit like that. I mean, if you look at a fajita at a Mexican restaurant, you're gonna have a little bit of like char on there. And so this is kind of close to simulating that. Want to throw a punch of salt on there? Punch or pinch? Punch. What'd I say? Pinch? I swear, Donnie, sometimes you make no fucking sense. Really, just a little bit of salt, not much, because this has salt in it. It's, yeah, you don't need salt. Who cares about salt? Take it out of here. I'm keeping the heat on because I'm going to cook something else in here real quick. Okay, everybody loves the floret part of the broccoli, but this nasty chunk of whatever, nobody wants to eat this. You don't want to eat this, but if you put it in a pan like I'm doing now, get your good friend garlic powder. Garlic is always the shit. Garlic salt, you got to be careful with, because if you use garlic salt, you can put too much on real fast. Garlic powder is going to be harder to mess it up. But here's a case. See how I just paint that? I just paint it like it's like I'm a fucking graffiti artist in the subway, painting to make this nasty broccoli. Painting to make this nasty broccoli better than it actually is. Now the florets are good, but these chunks, not so good. But anyway, this is the prime place where I'm telling you that you want to burn the hell out of the broccoli, especially on those chunks. You got the garlic in there. I mean, if you can use fresh garlic, by all means, use fresh garlic. I'm trying to give you the life. This is those cheap ass, bare bones. If you want to get it done and rock and roll and do this every day, you'll be fine. You'll be fine doing this. This bag of broccoli costs 88 cents. I can pull out two meals out of one thing. 44 cents for the broccoli. The chicken costs $2 a pound, fresh. Well, fresh. You know, I know this chicken is ridiculous, but I'm just giving you an economic way. Yeah, you can go all organic and all that, and that's fantastic if you can. But I'm giving you a way that you can do it. $2 a pound, and you know you're gonna get days and days that you get like at least. I mean, for me, I usually get out of one package of about $10. It's about 5 pounds of chicken. I'm gonna get, you know, about maybe 5 days. About $10, and this is 88 cents. You know, for a bag. So that's the kind of burn you want on it, to take some of that nasty, stalky consistency out of it. It's gonna taste good now. Francis is looking for scraps, you can see already. So we can go ahead and shut this off. The only other thing you're gonna need is some romaine lettuce. Now, I get this Andy Boy. It's like $3 for this. Pull off just a few leaves, and again, this end part I rip off. Francis loves to eat that. So, scraps for Francis. You'll probably hear it crunching in the background. But again, if you're just on regular slow carb, which is where I would say probably 95% of people are going to be, you can do so much more with this, because you could use you can put black beans in. You're going to just use this as a little boat to put your chicken in. I dig this hot sauce to throw on top afterwards. But you can put cilantro in there. You can use salsa even, as long, I try to stay away from corn because I don't do corn on slow carb at all. Stay away from the corn, but you could do salsa as long as there's no sugar added. Now, especially if you're just starting slow carb, you have to know the difference between sugar added and sugar that naturally occur in the ingredients. Sugar added is that it's in ingredient listed, whereas a tomato has naturally occurring sugars. So basically what I'm saying is, this is what I have to eat, like this, for where I'm at and what I'm doing, and I'll eat this 3 more times today, this exact thing. So don't complain that you don't have anything to eat, because think about it from this perspective. If you were just eating this, you can add the refried beans, the black beans, you could add lentils on the side instead of the broccoli. You can put the salsa on there. You can put a little avocado on there. Just be careful, you can't use too much avocado, calorie dense and fat dense. Good fats, but still too much can be overboard. There's a lot that you can do with this, and actually the very same way you could take all of this, the meat and the lettuce, and just grind it all up, throw it into a bowl, and make a salad out of it instead. So put the beans and all that stuff in there. So until next time, I've got some crazy different things that I do, little hacks. I know there might be few and far in between when I can get to posting these videos, but try and follow us on Snapchat, try and follow us on Instagram, check out our website, theenergycommission.com, and if you just have questions or comments, leave them in the section below, and I'll get to anybody that says anything. So thanks again, happy Memorial Day.